Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be now. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north and south and east. Whoa, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be now.
At Wings of Transformation Publishing, we are committed to helping our authors reach their goals and pursue their dreams of becoming published authors. We work closely with each author to ensure a successful publishing experience, and we are dedicated to helping them tell their stories in the most meaningful and impactful ways. We look forward to putting you on the path to writing your book.
Dallas Fort Worth, AALAC, the Chasing Your Dream Book Tour and Expo is coming to your area. Mark your calendars, May 18th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have some amazing authors, some amazing business owners that's going to be sharing about their brand. We have some workshop facilitators that's going to be coming out. They're going to be teaching on branding, marketing, and networking. I want you to plan to be in the building, to be educated, empowered, and encouraged. Hello, 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 and welcome to the Crew Podcast. I am the visionary, Queen Angela, and welcome to Season 2. I want to thank you for tuning in and for all of your support throughout Season 1. We're back. Them Divas of the Airwaves. So thank you for joining us tonight. Share this with someone in your circle.
Because I'm back.
Welcome to the SC Book Gal and Friends Chat. We're going to be talking about the latest in book reviews, author interviews, and life. Come on in and join us. We're ready. Are you?
I know you like that. See the girls in the club, they're getting wild for me. And all the pretty chicks all want to smile at me.
Hey everyone, it's another Saturday night, and you're with your girl, SC Book Gal, 843, Patrice Grimball. And it's another night, but I got returning guests. And y'all, all I'm going to say is the first thing I need you to do is look at the cover art on this book. I can't stop talking about it. It is beautiful. A book of poetry in the key of life. And I have my friends. I'm going to let them come up and introduce themselves again because, you know, they veterans. They've been here before. So Mrs. Jackson and Mrs. Wallace, come on up, ladies. And we got one more person. There she goes. Hey, ladies.
Hello, how are you?
I am excited. Well, y'all can tell us a little bit about yourself, but we got to get to this cover. I just can't stop talking about the cover. So the cover, the words in the book is as awesome as the cover. I'm going to need y'all to go ahead and get y'all little signatures on check and get your little New York bestseller sticker together, okay? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
I'm Cheryl Jackson, and I'm one half of our writing duo. I'm the older sister, and that little one right there in the corner is my little sister, and her name is
Loris Wallace.
Y'all know
we are sisters rock and rhyme.
Yeah. Y'all notice how she said, I'm the big sister. Like, you better not forget it. So tell us rock and rhyme. Now, before last time, I didn't know about the rock and the rhyme. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we've always had that brand. It's always been synonymous with all of our books, but I just kind of started bringing it out more in the forefront because a lot of people knew about Sisters Rock and Rhyme, and we kind of stayed in the background. But I really liked the name, and I just said, okay, I wanted to kind of tie all of the books together with this third book that we just released. And that's why you see the name now. But we've always written all of our books. We have 3. They've all been under that same umbrella.
Yeah, and it's sort of because we had a website, and that was the name of the website was Sisters Rock and Rhyme, and we weren't sure that if people knew that we were Sisters Rock and Rhyme, because
Right.
they know us as Cheryl Jackson and Loris Wallace, and they know that we're sisters, but they didn't know that was our name.
Did not know at all. So when I heard it, I was like, I love that title. That is awesome. It is cute. It sticks out there. I was like, rock and rhyme. So rock and rhyme. Does that is somebody rock and somebody rhyme, or is that's just
No,
something?
that's both of us. That means that how you remember Black Girls Rock?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's what we say. We rock at rhyming.
Yeah.
So Sisters Rock and Rhyme.
Right.
I get it. Yo.
Right. Right.
That's so slick. I love it. Because it's like a part of me is like, duh, you should have knew that. And the other part of me is like, that is so creative. And that's supposed to be coming back this year. Black
Which
Girl.
what is?
Black Girls
Black
Rock.
Black Girls
Black
Rock.
Girl.
It's supposed to
Oh,
come
really?
back.
It should have never went away.
It should have never went away. I really want to know why it went away. I'm gonna have to do my research on that one. But this book is beautiful. Y'all, I have been raving about the art in this book, and I'm looking at it now, and it is gorgeous.
Thank you.
I wish that we could have it. I should have had it up, and I should have had it so I can just post it up for you guys. There it is. There it is. Ooh, it's even prettier in person. That can be a coloring book. Yo, I'm so dead serious. I could see that being a coloring book. I just gave y'all a whole marketing plan. I really think y'all should do a coloring book, because I love coloring books. It's one of the things I use now to keep me sane. So I do coloring sometimes. If I can't sleep at night, I'll get up 3 o'clock in the morning, color.
Yeah, it's calming.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it.
I think a lot of people, Patrice, feel like you do because we've released books. Like I said, it took us a little while to put this one out, but thankfully, this is the first book that we have writing together that actually went #1 on Amazon. So we were really, really excited about that.
Congratulations. But it deserves it. It deserves it. So you guys, I'm gonna admit, I have not read the book yet. So this right here is brand new for me also. And y'all to see me this excited about a book, that should tell you something, okay? So tell us a little bit about the book.
Okay. The book is okay. Well, first I gotta go back.
Okay.
The first book we did was in dedication to our mom, and she listened to spirituals all the time. So we dedicated that book to her. We used the chapters were named after the spiritual music that we grew up listening to. Our second book was dedicated to our dad, and he was a blues man. So a lot of the chapters are blues songs. This book, because a lot of people kept saying, well, we want to know more about you guys. We want to know more about you guys. So this book was about our era. We grew up in the 80s and the 90s. So when they flip through the book, the chapters will be named after the songs that we grew up listening to.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we did a tribute to, Michael Jackson, Prince, and, the Gap Band and people that we grew up with, Wham,
Tina
Duran,
Turner,
all that
right.
good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
could wake me up before you go. Come on.
Say
Yeah.
that is a chapter in the book.
That is. That's a
That's
Yes. Hey, I used to listen that morning. That, oh my God, that was the song sometimes my mom would listen in the morning. That is so.
But now the poems in the book, Patrice, they're not, in the 80s, they're current events where people can,
Sure.
we write in real time.
Yes.
Right.
So there's a lot of issues of what we're going through today. It's just highlighted in, the songs of the 80s and the 90s.
Wow.
Look, Patrice, I want you to see this so you'll know that we're not making any of this up. I don't know. Can you see it?
No, we can't see it. You got it too low.
I got it too low.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to bring it over this way.
Okay. That I saw something said block. The Black Condition. The Wham! Oh my God!
Right. See, wake me up before you go. That's the chapter in one of the.
Oh my goodness! I really got to get the book. So that's creative.
Yeah.
The titles are songs in the past, but
right.
the poems are about
poems
things that
are right now. Right.
Hey.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay. So
we're all about bridging different. We tell our story through music because music is just such a part of us. And it is such a part of everything we have been up to this point, even with our mother, with the Negro spirituals that we did with the first book, and then the blues songs that were in the second book. So we said for the third book, we had to tell our stories with the music that we grew up listening to. And that's what we did.
Okay. So what was M.A.R.C.H, one of your favorite chapters?
Oh, I'm such a fan of my sister. I mean, we kind of switched it around. I usually open up the books that we've had, and I said, I can't just stay in the front. I have to let her go. And to me, that was brilliant. So all of the first part of the book with her in it, that's my favorite of the book. And that's the truth. Yeah.
Oh, look at she's smiling. Yes, my big sister. Oh, so what was yours, Miss? I was about to say lyric. It's lyrics.
That's okay. That's okay.
What was your favorite?
I don't have like a favorite section, but I do have a favorite poem in the book, and my favorite poem is Cheryl's poem "Evolution of the Blues."
Oh,
I love that poem.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I love that poem. That's one of my favorite poems. And she also has one of the Wind Seekers, and I love that. My sister, what I love about my sister writing is Cheryl is a wordsmith. And you will be educated and you will learn words you never heard before, because this woman, she knows how to really express herself using language. And that's one of the things I've always admired about my sister Cheryl. My sister, I'm just plain. However it come up, it come out. But my sister, she knows how to, fancy it up and make it sound. She says the same thing, but it sounds much better when she says it.
And if I'm not mistaken, M.A.R.C.H, wasn't you a teacher? Somebody was a teacher?
No.
Cheryl majored in English literature.
There you go. I knew it had something to do with.
Right.
I knew it had something to do with
Right.
school and English.
Right.
Yes. Okay. See, I remember little things, and I think Miss Lyric, were you the Luther Vandross fan?
Well, we
We
both
both are
are.
Luther Vandross
Both
fans.
were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
I majored in journalism. If you
Mhm.
remember, I wanted to be the next Spike Lee because
That
that's
was
the era I grew
you.
up in. So I was really impressed with Spike Lee. I thought he was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I was going to be the female Spike Lee until I started trying to write screenplays. Then I realized, no, you're not going to be the next Spike Lee.
Yes,
So I
you
had to
can take this beautiful book and make some, what do you call it, monologues and some logs and some things to it. You can be like me. My daughter said, Mommy, you could be what you want to be. And this me, not your mommy right now, huh?
Oh.
We always do that. All the time. People looking at me like, did you say that to her? I said, watch what she says next. Well, I'm gonna pack my bags and go to the mommy depot. That's me. All right, see you later. So, but
I see that we have a Black Diamond. She says she loves that title, the evolution of the blues. So thank you, Miss Diamond. We appreciate that.
So this book right here,
Mhm.
I read the synopsis and you said 80s, 90s. I did read that when we were coming on and I was trying to find it.
Mhm.
We got to talk about the cover art. I can't help it. It's there. Who created this beautiful piece?
Alina Ali is the graphic artist who worked with us to bring this whole cover to life. And she's a wonderful graphic artist. This is our first time working with her, but she captured everything.
Everything that we wanted.
The last thing before it was done, I sent her a note. I said, you cannot put that cover out and not have a big boom box on the cover. And she was like, what's a boom box? Because she's young. And I said, you don't know what a boom box is? She said, no. So I sent her pictures of what a boom box was. And I said, can you do that? She said, absolutely. And when she did it, she sent it back to me. She said, what do you think? Is this right? Wow. Wow.
I'm gonna
And I,
try to show it. Oh,
and I,
can you
and I,
can put
and I,
Show the.
and I told her, is it in there? Is that
Yeah,
it?
there it
it
is.
is.
Keep it right there. That's the cover.
There you go. That's the cover. Black Diamond, I will inbox you the link to this because you have to see this cover up close
Okay.
and personal. It is beautiful. Different World, Cosby Show. It is your whole 80s and 90s lifestyle in a cover. Okay.
Mhm.
If there
Mhm.
was a guy in the background with some cross colors, it would complete the whole thing. Because I was looking for Chris Cross to come walking through the side of it. I mean, literally.
Okay.
It is so, it is beautiful.
Thank
So
you,
we're going to
Patrice.
take a break real quick. And I have my questions for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Questions. Just think of a different world and the characters and yourself. Let's put it that
Okay.
way. So, you guys, we're going to take a break and we will be right back with Mrs. Wallace and Mrs. Jackson.
Keep the bad King Walker.
Let's go. We gonna go in. Yeah. I like the way this sounds.
All right, we are back. So, you guys, one of my favorite shows from the 80s and the 90s was A Different World. I can quote, okay, let me take that back. Season one, I did not like. I did not
Me.
like. Okay, so we're here. Lisa Bonet, and the little white girl, Julie, I could not get that season. But when we got to season two, oh, it was on. So one of my favorite show has it's A Different World. And I'm
Is the what?
looking
Say it again.
A Different World.
Okay.
Yes, especially she said, "Please, baby, please." I will. I'm sorry, that's my episode.
Girl,
That's my episode.
do you know how many times I rewound just that part? Baby, please, just to hear that man pleading like that, girl.
So let me. So we're gonna take a little side note. So they had an interview with the cast of A Different World. Do you not know
I know
that
what you're
part was
about to say.
not in the script?
It was ad-libbed, girl. The
It
man
was
forgot his
ad-libbed.
line.
He said he
He forgot
forgot his
his line.
mind, and he
And
just
he was telling what's that girl's name?
Jasmine Guy Woodley.
Jasmine Guy. He was telling her to bail him out. And
right.
that's what she said. I do. She got
Yes.
it.
And they said cut. They never did it. That was a one-shot deal.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
Me and you we're gonna FaceTime each other one day and Zoom, and we're gonna break that episode down.
Say it. Say it. I love that.
That is my episode. So, Ms. Jackson.
Yes.
Who are you? What character of A Different World is close to you?
Oh, please. That's Whitley Gilbert all day
I'm
long.
I'm Whitley. I am totally
Whitley. Oh my God.
I am Whitley every day of the week. Yes.
That's Whitley Gilbert all day.
I admit that. I can admit that.
Oh my God. I would have never thought that. So why Whitney? No, hold on. Sister, why Whitney? Because you said it first.
Because my sister has like I told you, she is a wordsmith. She's always been, I don't want to say sedity, but she's always had that, that classy thing going. I've always been, I'm Dawn Lewis from the show. Yeah. I'm Jaleesa.
Yeah.
I'm that chick. I'm that chick. I can hang in there with you. I'm just a regular broad. But my sister, she's always had that, that regal kind of thing about her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm Jaleesa.
I would have never thought that. I took Miss Jackson. I took you for Kimberly Reese. And I took you, Miss Wallace. I took you for Freddie.
For Freddie? Really? I'm not as weird. I'm not as carefree. You know how like worldly and carefree Freddie was? I'm not. I'm the home girl. I'm more like Jaleesa. I got a background, a backstory.
It's crazy because I would have never thought that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
She is right. I mean, she is totally, I mean, in terms of self-image and knowing who she is, out of all of the characters, she is definitely Jaleesa, and she can be Kimberly Reese too, but she is more Jaleesa.
She is more Jaleesa. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. So I'm sorry, you guys. Allergy is really getting my eyes. When we talk about the male characters in the book, do you have poems that are geared towards your male characters, or are your poems just for anyone and everyone?
They are for anyone and everyone, but we definitely go out of our way to write poems to uplift. And just spotlight Black men, because as you know, they aren't usually put in a positive outlook. Right. They're usually stereotyped. They're usually vilified. They're usually just made emasculated. Yes. So my sister and I both, her more so than I this time around, because I just kind of had my muse. I married the love of my life, and so all of the poems that I wrote about men would have been about him. So I didn't really just kind of generalize it like I did in books 1 and 2. This was more central. This was more about him and my love for him. But we do go out of our way to uplift Black men. We've done it in every book.
In every book. And as a matter of fact, when I got done with my poems, I told Shirley I gotta write another poem because I did not write one about Black men.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I came up with the poem called The Drip.
Oh,
Yes.
man, I gotta get this book. Stop playing around. Okay, we'll talk about this. So, as a
Okay.
mother of a 21-year-old Black son, I thank you for that. I
Mm-hmm.
truly do appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Me and my son had a conversation about men having emotions. And he said, man, Mom, men are supposed to have emotions. I said, well, die right now because it's not supposed to happen. You're a man. You're
Right.
entitled to have these emotions. You're
That's right.
entitled to express yourself. And if you start to date someone that does not allow you to do that, you need to no longer date that person.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
as a mother of a Black son, I appreciate that
Mm-hmm.
so much.
Thank you.
This drip,
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming to you, Miss Jackson. So you think of your poem too now. Who wrote the drip? Was that you said that was you, correct?
That was me. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Tell me a little bit about the poem, The Drip.
Well, okay. I came up with that poem because I was driving to work one day in my car and I saw this brother standing on the corner waiting for his bus. And I was like, wow. I was like, even I said, the Black man, he don't have to do nothing. He could just stand there and you could just, it just falls off of him, whatever it is. I said, I don't know what to call it. I'm just gonna call it the drip because he's just all that man was doing was standing there. And he wasn't even looking in my direction. He was looking off. And I was like, look at all of that.
Can a Black
You know,
man just stand still and
right.
you just
So
think,
I said, you know what?
oh
That's
my
what we
God.
need. We need to celebrate that. That they just got it. They don't have
Yeah.
to do nothing. They don't have to, they could just be mad in their own little business, in their own little world, and it's just all over them. And I just love Black men. I just do. Because they got it. They don't have to do nothing. All they have to do is just stand there and you get it. You
Yes.
get
Yes. And I've seen that. I've seen that. I saw this lady on TikTok. Yes, I look at TikTok, y'all. Two,
it. I
three
do
o'clock
too.
in the morning when I can't sleep. She was just going up to Black men because they had these like scowling face on them. And
Mhm.
she was just go up to them, just polite and say, King, please smile. You're beautiful. And the guys were like caught off guard. And it was like, oh, and their smiles just became so beautiful. And they
Uh-huh.
were saying thank you. So one guy actually came up behind her. He was like, you just don't understand how that felt when you said that to me, and I appreciate it. And he bought her lunch. She's like,
I'm
no,
telling
no, you don't have to do that. This him no, because and he was saying to her, going back and forth, he said, we don't have that said to us. And I
Right.
was
And
like,
you know what? They always try to say that the Black woman is overlooked. But when you think about it, when it comes time to hire, they kill two birds with one stone. They hire a Black woman because they got the minority and they got a woman. But the Black man is always overlooked. The Black man is the lowest on the totem pole. And I've said that for years. I think that he is the lowest thing. And so we can't look for other people to lift him up. We have to lift him up.
yes,
We are
yes,
his counterpart. It is up to us to lift him up to where he should be.
yes, yes, yes.
So that's
And
why
ladies,
I always make it my business to put a poem in my books about them.
yes. And
And
ladies, it does not have to seem like you're flirting with them. It does
right,
not have to be like that. It can just be uplifting
right.
that man.
Because you know what, Patrice, I'm like you. I'm the mother of a 23-year-old man.
Mhm.
And I had to raise my son all by myself. And I had to let him know, no, you are maybe to them you're not worth a damn, but to me you are.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and if you raise them to believe in themselves, they can do all kinds of things.
There you
All
go.
kinds of things. You have to lift them up sometimes. And that's what I try to do that in all our books. Lift them up.
And like I told you before, I greatly appreciate it. I love you for doing that. Now, Miss Jackson, you have to pick your poem. So we got the drip. What's yours?
Um, Basically, the evolution of the blues. It is a historical poem about our place in music, paying homage to my father. And we grew up with the blues, and we love that music. And it was telling more about just our background. It was talking about us eating soul food and how comforting the soul food is, and just basically all of the
How
finer
the
points.
blues is our culture. It is
Right.
us. We are the blues. The blues
We are the
came
blues.
from us.
Right.
Yes.
And how, right, you know, all our culture and everything is in the blues.
It was
So,
a
you know,
whole.
they could try to imitate it and try and sing it, but they won't never get it because
they haven't lived it. They haven't.
right.
It's
Exactly.
not in them. It's not
right.
It doesn't bellow from their soul the way it bellows from our soul.
Yes. To me, well, my age, it's like that original storytelling.
That's
Mhm.
The
right.
blues was always a story.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
it, you know, sometimes was my baby left me and took the
Mhm.
kids, but
Mhm.
they were telling you their story.
Exactly.
And it was beautiful. Even though sometimes it was heartbreaking, it was beautiful. The blues. And we still have juke joints down here in Charleston.
Mm.
They're in the backwoods. You know, you got to go down a couple of winding roads, but we still have them here in Charleston.
Yeah, see, that's history. That is historic. I would love to go to one of those juke joints. I would
Yep.
love that.
And they're still frying chicken
See, that's all I'm
with
saying.
the bread and the mustard.
I have to do this just so you can kind of really get a feel of what this poem is. But this is
Yeah.
like my favorite part of it, Patrice. So you just got to let me just do this part here. It
Go
says,
ahead.
I am shouts and chants, lost Canaan ballads howled upon the moon, the birth of soulful bluegrass. I am the evolution of the blues. And that is kind of the end part of that poem.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. The blues was that foundation that kept on
Mhm.
going.
Mhm.
I think that's one of my gripes about The Color Purple, because
Mhm.
they took out the God's trying to tell you something scene. And I love when she was walking through the juke joint to get to the church.
The best scene
Yes.
of that movie, of the
Yes.
original one. That was the
Yes.
best.
So when you're saying that, that's what's coming to my mind, Miss Jackson, as you're talking, because that's what I'm seeing. Like,
Mhm.
she, can't sleep at night and it's talking out of her. I was like, yo, that's what it is. Because it
Mhm.
always comes back to the blues. It always comes to it.
Yes.
But
Yes.
look at what Black music birthed. It went from gospel to soul.
Come on.
It went from soul to rhythm.
Come
Rhythm
on.
and R&B, and then it went to country from the church,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
it spun off into the blues. And
Okay.
so we just have a whole jazz was birthed, ragtime was birthed. Look at all this music that we have impacted, and we have and we have really, really just put in the forefront. So when you hear people like John Schneider making comments about Beyonce having no place in country music, he sounds like a complete idiot.
He sound like a fool. He
Yeah.
sound, how you gonna tell this girl now, and not, let's not mention the fact that this girl grew up in Texas. If anybody has the right to sing country music,
Say it
Mhm.
again.
she
Okay.
is a country girl.
Okay. He gonna pay for that, because that statement alone, they wait for this album to drop. So he gonna pay for that.
Oh yeah.
Well,
That
she said,
beehive.
he made a comment about her take them. The comment was them. They come in and they want to take over. Did she not
Right.
drop that song and it went straight to Billboard's #1 and 2? So she did that. She came in and she took over. She claimed her place on the throne.
There
Right.
you
And
go.
they'll never be able.
She shouldn't have had to do that, because first of all, you wouldn't have country music if it wasn't for bluegrass.
Mhm.
which the slaves sang.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
So
You
enough
guys,
said. Mr. Man who grew up in um,
New
what
York.
outside of New York and moved to Atlanta when he was 14 years old,
Mm-hmm.
knowing so
wow.
much about country music.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. So my daughter is a part of a dance group that's called the Watoto Dance Academy here in Charleston, South Carolina.
Uh-huh.
And this is their 10 year, and they have this performance, and it's called the Love America. It goes from Africa all the way to This Is My Country, taking them on a journey through music to
Wow.
Africa,
Mhm.
Cuban music, whereas we actually contribute toward that too.
Yes,
Big
big
contribution
time.
to it. And then they do the African attire, then they do that blues music, then they go James Brown, and then they're singing Lift Every Voice and Sing. So it's a
Mm,
journey through
yes.
music. And to hear you guys talk about it now, I'm physically seeing my child on this stage
Mm-hmm.
going from African dance to blues music to R&B to now. And it's like, yo, she's taking that same journey. And she doesn't even know she's reliving
Mm-hmm.
history.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
black people, uh, going back to what you touched on about the Cuban music, black people actually taught Ricky Ricardo from Lucy
yeah.
how to sing. That's how he got his start because black
Wow.
Cubans taught him. He was the Elvis Presley of Cuba, hanging out with the black people.
Oh, so he
Mm.
got his soul and stuff from us.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. Well, since we talk about the soul, the rock, the rhyme, the points, the key of life, y'all got to tell us where we're going to get this book. Y'all got to tell us how we're going to get it.
You can
Please.
get it right now wherever fine books are sold online. It's right now it's on Amazon, but it is, it's got distribution everywhere. So it's going to be in Barnes and Nobles. It will be everywhere. But right now it's in
Mhm.
Amazon, on Amazon.
Amazon. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if they can get this in my library. I just want to try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. This cover artist is, y'all. I'm sitting up here with the cover art. Like I'm literally sitting up here with the cover art. Like
Thank you so much.
it's beautiful. Like it's one of those, how we call it in the library, coffee table books. Like you put that book out on
Exactly.
display,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know. And
Mhm.
if you touch my book, you get your hands popping. But I thank you guys, of course, for joining me again and giving me the pleasure of talking about your book, Poems of Life, and the key of life, and it's giving me life. And I
Oh,
just can't wait to read it.
thank you so
I
much.
can't wait. So I'm gonna let you guys close out the show. Let's tell your readers what you want to hear, what they want to hear from you, what you want to tell them. I'll let you do that.
Lars.
Okay, well, I just want them, to get hopefully get something out of the book. We,
Hmm.
like I said, we deal with real issues and the things that we have noticed on the news, or dealing with things as Black women. And I think that the poems are for everyone. And we just want you to pick up a copy and please enjoy it. Don't just get the book, but please read the book. We think you will get something out of it. Cheryl?
Wow. I was listening to my sister, and there's really nothing more to say behind that. I mean, basically, we hope you enjoy the poems. Um, you should enjoy them. I mean, we got so much love and comfort when we were in high school and college, reading
Mhm.
great literature, Black literature about our people and who we were.
Right.
It inspired us so much. We became writers,
Yes.
uh, just paying homage to those people. And it just pulled us up. And that's what we attempt to do. We want to pull up our people. And
Yes.
so we write books hoping that we do that every time we release one.
But Patrice, can I just say, when we go back to a different world, one of my favorite episodes, and this is what really inspired me to become a writer, was the episode when Kimberly Reese did the Nikki Giovanni poem. Eagle Trip. When she did that,
yes.
When she did that poem, and the way she did it, and the way that they expressed themselves on that episode with the Aunt Jemima,
the figurines and stuff. Yes,
I'm telling you that I grew up right along with A Different World. That's why that show means so much to me, because when they were in college, we were in college. Cheryl and I were in college, and we related to that show. We loved that show. So if this book reminds people of that, thank God.
You know how long it took me to know that there was not a true Hillman?
You are hilarious.
I thought there was a Hillman. It's like, no, that's not a real school for real. So thank you. Thank you guys. So now that I know, is the ebook out yet?
The ebook drops tomorrow. So everybody, SC Book Gal audience, please head over and support that book because it drops tomorrow.
Okay, because I was asking that because I was going to go ahead and get it, but I see it drops tomorrow, so I'll go ahead and put in my pre-order and get me a copy. There you go, Patrice, right there in front of you. Right there.
And once you read the book, Patrice, you got to call us and let us know what you think.
Yeah, because see, you owe me an episode of A Different World. You think I'm playing? I'm going to call you one night. Michelle, you're going to be on the phone too because we're going to look at your episode too. I don't know. I think you might like Martin. We look at Martin together.
That's another one of my shows, girl. My son grew up with Martin.
My son downstairs laughing and talking about DP. I said, what D? I said, you looking at Martin with the dead plumber? Come on, man.
Dead plumber.
So, yes, it is a staple. My son is downstairs and he looks at it now. And I just wish they'd bring back shows like that. But hey.
Well, I'm going to drop this and then we can go. But they commissioned Shonda Rhimes to redo A Different World. So yes, look at her face. Yes, they have commissioned Shonda Rhimes to do the new Different World.
Stop playing.
I'm not playing.
Oh, man.
So we gonna see, girl. We gonna see.
So I know y'all. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Y'all too stay on because I gotta talk about this. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. It's another Saturday night in the books. Another book. Make sure you grab it. I'm gonna have it on my Facebook page. Matter of fact, it's all over Facebook. I've seen so many people walking and taking pictures with these books. It's like, hey. I'm going to do mine with my Patrice. So, see you again next Saturday night. New author, new book. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night.
I can't believe it. Wow. Thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you found a new book to read or a new author to explore. Join us again in 2 weeks for SC Book Gals and Friends Chat.